How goes the world, Mr. Grady?
Just what is that supposed to mean?
I'm inside your head, Mr. Grady.
How you like it in there, huh? How you like it in there?
I'm your memory.
You're
conscience,
comfortable?
Mr. Grady.
Huh?
Every one of your aspirations and recollections. I'm every one of your failures and defeats. I also wear the wreaths of all your victories. I'm what you call the alter ego. You really are a dumb little runt, aren't you? Oh, excuse me, that's what you call yourself, isn't it? Runt, or was it shrimp? You have desperate need of me.
Knock it off!
You want to be respected. Up on a horse, you're a man. On the ground, you're a half-pint.
Shut up! Shut up!
I want to be the biggest. Hear me? Yeah, that's what I want. I want to be the biggest. I want to be big!
The clip that you just saw, entitled, here's a still from that clip, entitled, it's from the Twilight Zone series, the old Twilight Zone, the first one. It's called The Last Night of the Jockey, I believe. And this guy here, he's a Jake, Mickey Rooney. And basically, it set the tone for this lesson that I'm about to share with you, brothers. What you saw in the clip was, a guy who's really in reality a small guy wanting to be big, and if you put that in the perspective of the lesson that we're doing, you got these new guys who just come into the faith, and that's the mentality that they got. They want to be big, and they're using this truth as a vehicle to make them big, because in reality in the world they were really nothing. They were really a small guy, and that's just the wrong attitude to have in this truth. This truth is about learning humility. All right, and I have a scripture that I'm going to share with you, brothers, found in the book of John, the 6th chapter, beginning at the 9th verse. And it, what it does, it illustrates what we're trying to convey in this lesson. This is the book of John 6 and 9. It says, "There's a lad here which have 5 barley loaves and 2 small fishes. But what are they among so many?" Now, the reason why I'm reading this verse is to show you that this is a miracle that YAHAWASHI performed. All right, the miracle of the 5 barley loaves and the 2 small fishes. Now, let's jump to the point. This is the 13th verse. You brothers can go and read it, read the story. John 6 and 13. "Therefore they gathered them together and filled 12 baskets with the fragments of the 5 barley loaves, which remained over and above unto them that had eaten." Now keep in mind, this what's happening here is YAHAWASHI had just performed the miracle, and you had certain men that saw that miracle, and this is the attitude they had. John 6 and 14. "Then those men, when they had seen the miracle that YAHAWASHI did, said, This is of a truth that prophet that should come into the world." Here's the 15th verse now. "When YAHAWASHI therefore perceived that they would come and take him by force to make him a king, he departed again into a mountain himself alone." Now, is not YAHAWASHI King of Kings and Lord of Lords?
Yep.
So why did YAHAWASHI, instead of sitting back and letting them make him a king after he did that miracle or performed that miracle, why did YAHAWASHI depart and went into a mountain himself alone? What was that all about? To show humility. It wasn't time for YAHAWASHI to become the king at that time.
Yep, that's right.
All right? And Elder Ramlab and myself, because I got Elder Ramlab here with me, we were discussing, let's say YAHAWASHI would have laid back. By rights, I should be the king. Have that attitude, that attitude. Then how could the prophecy of him coming back be fulfilled?
Right.
How could the prophecy of him coming back gloriously, such as Isaiah 66 and 15, how he's going to come back with the chariots in great glory?
"I will not meet thee as a man."
I will not meet thee as a man. That's Isaiah 47, right? How could that be fulfilled? You see, YAHAWASHI putting his own pride, putting that aside, he knew that he had to follow the prophecy. He knew he had to follow. He had to do,
what the Most High set up for him to do.
Set him up to do, and not just lay back and become, I'm the king. So now, how does that convey to you new brothers that's just coming in the fold? That's the mentality you have to have.
Yep.
All right. I don't know if you want to chime in.
You have to have humility. Because if you don't have humility, then basically you're just going to be puffed up, and what happens? You're going to fall into the condemnation of the devil. Exactly. Which basically is what? You're going to be destroyed.
That's it.
You have a lot of guys that come into this thing and really don't fully understand what they're really involved in.
It is written what? Before honor
comes humility.
Comes humility. So you shouldn't have that attitude of like my man in the clip.
Right. I want to be big.
I want to be big.
Hey, YAHAWASHI, he was big. He was a big, he is big. And
he's
big.
King of Kings and Lord of Lords.
But he played the background.
Exactly. And why? To make sure that prophecy would be fulfilled.
That's it.
That's one of the reasons. Also, it is written, awake not my love till he be pleased. It wasn't time for YAHAWASHI to be. Now, I bet you a lot of you brothers haven't read this scripture here.
Yeah.
But it's written here, pursuant to Romans 15 and 4. It's written here for our learning.
Yeah.
All right? And the Spirit got on us to, we were talking, and I remembered that scripture, and the Spirit got on us, and we said, you know what? We're just going to do a lesson to show the importance of being humble, of humility. And that's one of the things, brothers, we have to learn in this truth, humility. All right? Stop trying to be a big guy. All right?
Yeah, the scriptures say, he that exalteth himself shall be abased.
Exactly. That's it.
So the best place to be, man, just play the background, man.
Exactly.
I mean, if the Lord puts you in the forefront, then so be it.
Right.
But don't try to put yourself in the forefront, because, a lot of times you see them guys come in, they shoot to the top, and what happens to them? They end up going right out the door.
Stop trying to be a big guy because you may not be able to handle it.
That's right. Stop trying to be a big shot.
A big shot.
Stop having to have that hot white spotlight.
Yeah, the brother's making reference to the song by Billy Joel. It's called Big Shot. So with that, this is GMS Mailbag, here to feed the elect through the spirit of YAHAWASHI. We'll see you in the next mailbag.
Humility.